Hello everybody and welcome to One Player. No table today, but on the screen you'll see I'm looking at Miniature Market. Now in the US it is coming up onto Thanksgiving. It is the end of November. And you know what that means? It is the Black Friday sale season. I think that probably the UK and many other countries are catching on to this as a way of kind of making a bit of extra cash, but in the US specifically, this is Black Friday. Now, I'm all for Buy Nothing Friday and or Shop Local Friday or all those other movements, but if we sneak it in beforehand, it doesn't count, right? Like, we can still go shop on Miniature Market and make sure we pick up some absolute bargains. Now, I do this every so often when Miniature Market emails me and tells me they're having a sale, and then I click on this thing and it tells me that there's 106 pages this time of items to browse through, and I get to like page 10 and kind of give up or just buy the first thing that takes my fancy. So I thought that what I would do today for everybody is to kind of go through. I have indeed scrolled through all 106 pages, and I'm going to give you my kind of top, I don't know, like I think there's like 15 things maybe in my cart at the moment. Top 15, let's call it that. In no particular order. Things that I'm interested in, and I'm going to do a little bit more digging until before purchasing. But I just wanted to point you guys in the right direction. There's a lot of good solo options in the sale this year, which is excellent to see, because I feel like last year I bought a couple of like Queen's games and what else did I buy? I don't know, I don't remember. But anyway, I ended up buying a few multiplayer games that I've only ever played like once or twice, when I can kind of force someone to sit down around the table with me. So as you know, we are all about the solo experience here on One Player, and I thought that I would show you some of the best options. And let's dive right in. Now, the other thing about Miniature Market and browsing on Miniature Market is they never have any pictures of games being played. So like, by this box, and this is the Village Crone from Fireside Games, by this box, this could be a card game, it could be a board game, this might be 3 inches tall, or it might be 12 inches across, we don't know. So you have to kind of do a little bit of digging, and I went onto Board Game Geek. Now, Fireside Games are the same folks that publish Castle Panic, and this is actually designed by Anne-Marie DeWitt, who is the wife of the gentleman who designed Castle Panic. Anne-Marie actually designed Munchkin Panic as well, also published by Fireside Games. So it's got a good pedigree, and the Village Crone looks like a lot of fun. I'm going to take us over to Board Game Geek, because if you look at this, just like I said, you couldn't really tell anything from this picture, but when you look at this, you've got modular boards, miniatures, 144 cards, we've got screens, we've got all sorts of different things. So let's head over to Board Game Geek and I'll show you what this actually looks like. And you'll see this has actually got a pretty impressive sized footprint. You've got little miniature stand-up cutouts here and 6 interchangeable boards, which I believe are where your spells are cast. Now you've got a little broomstick token and some cards here, and all sorts of different ingredients you have to put together in these book of spells that each player gets. Now obviously this is a multiplayer game as well as a solo. It does have a dedicated solo mode. And then I think you've got, you can choose your witch to play. So Zavrina, Hepzibah, Beatrix, Elspeth, etc. So kind of a cool little idea. I'm into it, especially around the Halloween time. Could be a good one to break out. And right now looks like it's going for just over 50% off. So not bad. Village Crone. I'm thinking about this. I might have a look at and a couple of review. I have a couple of. I'm gonna search over YouTube and see if I can find a couple of gameplay examples and see what I think. But yeah, take a look. A nice little worker placement, resource management. Yeah, why not? Number 2 on the list, and this is Flip Ships. About as far away from the Village Crone as you can get. This is a space-based dexterity game. By Renegade Studios. Again, sitting about 50% off, we've got a review which says, this is the best dexterity game. So I don't think that you could get any better than that. Now, this is in 2017. Now, I could have sworn I saw this on Kickstarter pretty recently, so I don't know if it's been republished or not. But essentially, we are flipping ships, and you've got a decent coverage here. Game Boy Geek has covered it, and Rob Oren. So, Yeah, pretty interested in this one. I am a bit of a sucker for dexterity games. I usually have a lot of fun with them, and if you've watched my playthrough of Final Flick Tier, you'll know that I also like space games. So space dexterity, colour me interested. I believe what we have to do is actually flip. Rather than flick, we are flipping these ships. So kind of like almost like flipping a coin and getting into land places, I believe. I haven't watched any of these playthroughs yet, but I definitely recommend, if this looks interesting to you, going to do that. So yeah, flip ships. That's I'm interested in this one, and all of these, thankfully, have quite a few in stock. So unless I cause some sort of like run the miniature market Black Friday sale, you should be able to pick these up by the time this video comes out. So yeah, check out flip ships. I'm interested in this one, and I'm kind of excited about it because I had, like I said, I had seen it pretty recently, and I toyed with, mostly just for the fact that if you I don't know if you're watching this on a computer or on a phone, but if you flip your head right around, right here, you can see that it actually reads both ways, and I think that's amazing. It's like a palindrome, but not a palindrome. It's some rotational symmetry. That's the word I'm looking for. I'm getting off track. Let's go to number 3. Number 3 on my list is from again, another Renegade Studios game from a designer that I hadn't heard of before, but this is Wendig, or it might be Wendig, I'm not sure. I apologize if I'm saying that wrong. But this is essentially a Euro game. 1 to 4 players, 1 to 2 hours. So a big bulky game it looks like, and a massive deep discount. I'm gonna pull this up on Board Game Geek too, and this game looks absolutely expansive. And it's been a while since I've kind of delved into a kind of larger Euro game. If you've seen my Gentis playthrough on the channel, I am partial to them, and I mean that is a big amount of components, and it looks like a pretty big board. So I'm kind of excited about this one. I thought it said Placenta Games, but it's not. It's Placentia. So that's a little less weird. But yeah, look, you've got actions, you've got workers, you've got buildings, you've got points, you've got cards and tokens and all sorts of stuff going on in this one. And I cannot say that I'm not interested in this one. I think this one looks pretty cool. And again, for $24, in terms of the amount, at least, of components you're getting in that box, I'm pretty interested in that. I don't know how it plays, but let's see. Yeah, so they are. Oh, it's a Great Lakes tribe. So Wendig. Yeah, I'm guessing Wendig, but I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, from Renegade again. Lots more reviews and how to plays. So lots and lots of coverage on here, which is nice. Which means it's not just some like they've kind of slipped it in to get it out the warehouse. It obviously does look like it is. Relatively well received. Best with 4 players, I suppose that makes sense. But I think that Euros can work. And very highly rated overall, 869. That's pretty high, and weighty as well. So if that's what you're into, if that's what you're in the market for, this could be the way to go. Now, it was only a matter of time before I forgot what number we were on. I think this is number 4, but this is Space Park. This is from Keymaster Games, designed by a gentleman by the name of Henry Audubon, and I saw this game as well. This is one of the things that, when you're browsing Board Game Geek and you're browsing Kickstarter, and then you kind of like look at it, you check it out, and you forget about it, and then it comes back later to kind of bite you in the butt because you're like, oh my gosh, I should have bought that game. I think this is one of those games. Now, this is only 8 in stock, so I might have to jump on this. So it might be 7 by the time you're looking at this video. But the artwork I remember in this game is absolutely beautiful. And essentially, you are looking to explore the galaxy, kind of go to... It's almost like set up like those like old... like national park posters, so all the artwork kind of looks like a national, like visit this national park, except it's in space, and it's absolutely beautiful. So I'm glad that I've I'm glad that I've stumbled back upon this one, because for $19, again, just a bit over half price, I'm pretty confident this is going to be a good buy. Now, I'm over here on Board Game Geek because I just wanted to check out exactly what else Henry had designed. Like, oh my gosh, you've got rockets and crystals. I don't know what more you could want, but that's gorgeous. This person is 3D print. We've got T-shirts for some reason. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what more you could want, but Let's just go see what other games he designed, because I feel like I recognize the name. Somebody's 3D printed a little rover, which is adorable. Henry Audubon. Let's see. Oh, Parks, Kingswood, and Space Park. Yeah, okay, so there you go. Parks. Called it. Look, he's a big National Parks fan, isn't he? I love that. Yeah, I mean the artwork. He's obviously. I think he's got an in with some artists, because I mean it's all gorgeous. Yeah, I don't need to do anything. I don't need to say anything else. Space Park looks great. Just go check it out. I mean, well, only 6 of you go check it out, or 7 of you, because I want one. Now, the next game on the list needs no introduction, or at least the designer doesn't, and that's good because I can never pronounce his name. But Friedman Freeze, designer of Friday, and designer of Power Grid, and designer of Futuropia, is next. This is a economic game published by Stronghold Games, and essentially about designing a utopia for us all to live in. Now, if 2020 needed anything, it is more utopian fiction, because good lord, let's get out of here. And so yeah, here's Friedman Freeze on Board Game Geek, of course, very, very famous for his green hair and multiple Fs. But if we go check out, oh my gosh, he's got 108 games. Are you serious? That's unbelievable. Can we go find Futuropia somewhere? And they're all to begin with F too, isn't it? Yeah, that's his thing, I think. I ended up cheating and just searching for it. So only published in 2018, so not too long ago. Kind of a moderate weight, it looks like. And by the looks of it, lots of fiddly pieces. So again, if that's your cup of tea, then I don't see why not. But it looks like, lots of meeples and coins or money and things to do to drive us into a utopian reality. I think these are actually metal coins, so that's kind of nice. And then $35 doesn't seem too bad for a relatively weighty euro. So yeah, give it a look. 90 minutes and wooden tokens, cardboard tiles, and lots of money. There you go. Now this game caught my eye. Is this number 6? I think it happened again. I think this is number 6. This game caught my eye. Diceium, Diceium, Crazy Cup, it says on the end. What is that? Geek Attitude Games, I think. This is a 4-in-1 dice game. So you've got a sort of race game over here, you've got some sort of ancient Greece game over here, some Japanese samurai game over here. Oh yeah, look, we've got a dungeon cooperative game, a competitive conquest game, a shogun. This is only multiplayer, unfortunately, and then a frantic race through the Grand Canyon. How this is possible? Because this sounds like one of those compendiums that you used to get as a kid, where you're like 10-in-1, you can play Chinese checkers and peg solitaire. But they've managed to fit 4 games using the same components. I think, here we are, 11 identical dice. This kind of strikes me as maybe some market research for me in terms of my dice game designing of late. So I'm interested in picking this one up. Again, 20 in stock, Diceium. Go check it out. 4-in-1. I don't know if you could do better than that. 4 games for $23. That's what, like $6 each? Not bad. Not bad at all. Number 7 on the list, and this is Arkham Horror. I mean, obviously one of the absolute classics of solo games. This is Arkham Horror Final Hour. This only came out in 2019, so a very recent edition, but I believe this is completely different to the other Arkham Horror titles. So I don't think it's like there's like the Arkham Horror like reskins and second, third, I think it is in a 4th edition at this point. But this isn't that. This is a completely different game. I believe it follows a similar mechanisms, so kind of like action point management, if you will. You've got different locations to check out and shore up, and different cards and tokens and health and sanity, etc, etc, etc. So obviously works, I believe, well with 1 or more players. I think you can play up to 4. Yeah, 4. And only 30 minutes though, because the other Arkham Horror that I tried, pretty much devolved into, some like 3-hour campaign games. So it might be nice to have a nice little Arkham Horror which you can play in 30 minutes or so. And this leads me on to my next kind of honourable mention, which isn't really a board game, but I'm going to show you anyway. And that and that is the Reaper Toilet Paper Mocking Beast. This is a evil toilet paper miniature that, if you lived through 2020, I think you deserve to purchase. You deserve this as a memento of the great toilet paper shortage that was spring 2020. So pick it up for only $11, not bad. Okay, back to actual board games. This is number 8 in our list, and this is Fuji Koro. Again, another game that I had not heard of before kind of searching through this list, but it's got sort of like it looks almost like it's got like a blocky kind of Minecraft vibe to it on the front. Regular price of $90, so that is a big, bulky game, and by the looks of it, it is indeed a big, bulky game. $41 on sale. It's a dungeon crawler, and you can see why it's got... you can see why it comes with that price tag. There is a lot of components in here, and if I head over to Board Game Geek, again, this is a relatively new game, only coming out in 2019, but look at these components. We've got plastic dragons, we've got wooden cubes, we've got little wooden standing temples, we've got tiny little shoguns to move around. I mean, if you're not sold by now, then I don't know if you will ever be. This is Mount Fuji, and this is it looks like probably quite far into the game, but essentially it starts off with no lava and ends with a lot of lava. Here are all the dragons coming out of the lava and the temple, and threatening to burn the temples down. I think it looks like each player has some sort of variable. Each player has some sort of like variable abilities, which they can plot on their board. He's like, look at this, it's a triple layer board. I mean, this is like pure board game bliss, isn't it? A triple layer board to put your player stuff on. Oh my goodness. This looks gorgeous. I'm already sold. I know this is a 3D render, but that's not. That's on a table, and it looks beautiful. So a bit of a pricey one. And to go sight unseen, maybe we have to go search for some YouTube videos about this one. But goodness me, it does look gorgeous, doesn't it? It looks absolutely beautiful. And yeah, for $41, it could be a steal. I don't know, but it could be a steal. This is number something else, 8-Bit Attack from Peterson Games, another one that I hadn't ever heard of before, and not a company that I'm familiar with either, but obviously this kind of has like a bit of a boss monster vibe, of being 8-bit, but it's a manic cooperative battle, it says. I'm inspired by the old side-scrolling console games we love. Now, when I went to check this out on Board Game Geek, I did kind of fall in love with, this is another render, or a Tabletopia module, I should say. But then this is the real thing, and again, this person says, yeah, very pleased with what they got for $25. I'm not surprised, because look at all this. The amount of tokens and little bits you're getting for $16 is pretty darn good. And we've got lots of little cute like 8-bit potions and time markers and aliens and champions and all sorts of things. I'm kind of sold on this one. I think this one looks really great and a lot of fun. Both heroes and enemies are drawn from multiple universes, myths, demons, cultists, and aliens. Shoggoths to cacodemons to gnomes to cosmic clouds. It sounds like a kind of massive amalgam of all the best 80s and 90s like big bad monster games that we all love to play. So yeah, into it. Looks great. $16. Now, this is the only entry on my list that does not have a solo play mode, but I kind of feel like it could. And I also kind of feel like, look at it. It looks like so much fun. I have no idea what's going on here, but I'm excited by it. I like the colors, I like the little flags, I like the fact that it's 3D and tangible and you can touch it, and maybe that's not a good idea to play with people outside of your household in this particular moment in time, but I don't know, if you've got kids or people who don't like board games, or people who do like board games maybe just want to play something very quick and easy and fun and different, this looks like it could be a great option. And $14 to me, yeah, why not? I don't know, something about it just stood out to me, and I think it looks like a lot of fun. So I figured I'd put this on there just in case. All right, back to solo play, and this isn't really a game, more of an expansion. If you've watched the channel for a while, you'll know that I am a big fan of Welcome To by Benoit Turpin. It's a wonderful roll and write, or flip and write. And this is one of the expansions. I know there's a zombie expansion, and this is a Doomsday expansion. The zombie expansion is also on the miniature market sale. Only $5. I think you get like... basically, what you get is like a separate set of pads and then like 3 of these cards. So you're not going to get a box, you don't get extra pieces, you still need Welcome To play it. But if you've played a lot of Welcome To, you'll know why this is probably worth it. It's going to add extra challenge and, by the looks of it, extra weirdness, because all of these houses seem like they've been through some sort of apocalypse. And then the zombie one, here I'll go to that one as well. The zombie one, obviously, your perfect neighborhood has been overrun by the undead. So looks like a lot of fun. I don't know. I've seen these in like my friendly local game store for I think around about $10 or $15. So $6 doesn't sound too bad to me. Like I said, it's like 3 cards and a few pieces of paper. So you're not going to get, don't expect to be like blown away. But for an extra rule set and an extra bit of kind of twist on a classic, then why the heck not? I've got 2 more games to show you. This is from Indie Boards and Cards, a phenomenal publisher that you are probably all familiar with. A game by Brian Burgoyne. I'm not familiar with him, but we can go look him up, can't we? This is the Coldest Night. Very recently released, only October 2020. So this might even still be in production but essentially we are trapped in the snow and we have to choose what things to add to the fire. So it's kind of like a survival game, it seems like, but obviously people are probably going to want, and this plays cooperatively for 4 people or solo, where you can have to, it sounds like you've got to make a lot of compromises. And again, if you're playing either with people or by yourself, that always makes for a good game. And last on my list here is a game called Copy King, or I believe that might be pronounced coffee, but this is a coffee, tea, or mellow making game. I don't know what mellow is, I might have to look that up. Is that some sort of latte? I'm not sure, but anyway, by Daryl Chow, and this is quite close to my heart. I live in Seattle, so I am a big coffee fan, and I've designed, I've tried to in the past design my own coffee making game. So this is one that I'm kind of excited to take a look at. It's a quick game, looks like only 15 minutes. Cards, order cards, 1 rulebook, nice and easy to play, and yeah. I mean, a nice little filler, it looks like. Who doesn't want to learn how to make coffee? I'm over here checking it out on Board Game Geek. Again, this is very recent. It's only in 2020 did this come out. So Mellow is some sort of... Is that maybe Mellow is cocoa? Copy King is a fast and fun game about favourite Singaporean drinks, as well as a love letter to all our favourite coffee shop uncles and aunties. This looks brilliant. The illustrations look lovely, and... why not? It looks so cute. I'm a big fan of like little filler games you can play kind of like before dinner. Wait 1 out of 5. Like you don't need to know any more than that, do you? It's gonna be quick. It's gonna be easy. It's gonna be fun. So yeah, that will conclude my Miniature Market's Black Friday sale rundown. I'm not getting paid for this, so I'm not getting a cut of any of your purchases, I promise. But I figured I'd do some of the hard work for you and kind of scroll through that 106 pages and give you my recommendations. Oh yeah, throw in this little Wings of Glory because I'm a big Wings of Glory fan. I don't think it translates. I haven't tried, but I don't think it translates very well to playing on video because it's quite slow, and really it's just like pushing a bunch of planes around a map. But if you want to see that, let me know in the comments. But yeah, this looks like a nice addition. It's a nice German bomber. Anyway, yeah. So here's my cart. Here's the list of games. Yeah, I mean, this is maybe where I put in a warning, like this is it's like not suitable for people without a not suitable for people without a credit card limit, because you could easily go quite. Yeah, this is gonna have to get pared down before I press checkout. But yeah, here's the list. Take a look. Let me know in the comments what you're thinking about picking up. Is there any other Black Friday sales that I should know about, that I should be looking elsewhere? And which of these games, if any, have you already played? Are there some ones that, are there games that I definitely need to be looking into? Or are any of these or all of them going to be solid bets? let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear your thoughts. And if you want to see more kind of, I don't know, kind of non-playthrough, but, you know, more solo board gaming content like this, then let me know that too, because you know, I want to keep things fresh and interesting. Another PMP contest is unfortunately no more. I want to make sure we are, you know, we're staying regular with the content, and also keeping you folks interested and giving you stuff that you know will keep you entertained. But yeah, that's my list. What do you think? Let me know. Thanks so much for watching. Drop me a like if you enjoyed this. Do consider subscribing if you are new to the channel. And until next time, I will see you later.